Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I am sharing with you the new Bemi Beauty Box Creamy Gel Polish Collection. This is Bemi Beauty Box's first colored gel collection, and it is 12 different nude shades. And if you're a nail tech or you like doing nails, nudes are definitely a staple in your collection, and you need to have like a good range of them. So I was so excited when I saw that Bemi Beauty Box came out with this gel polish collection, and I love that it ranges from super fair, like something that would match my skin tone because I'm very, very fair, and all the way up to a much darker skin tone and everything in between, and different undertones. You got yellow undertones, pink undertones. So I love it. I think this is a very well balanced nude collection, and I think I am super excited to try it out and show you guys the shades. And I wanted to talk about a couple other things that these cure tack free, and you don't need to purchase, they don't have a base coat specifically for their gel polish because they say that their gel polish will work with any base coat that you already have. So that's kind of cool because you don't have to worry about purchasing a whole nother base coat for their system. You can just use what you already have in your collection. And they do have two top coats. They have the Ultra Shine top coat and the Ultra Matte top coat. I've been trying out their matte top coat and I absolutely love it. It is so nice and like that perfect like chalkboard matte finish. It's great. So let's dive right in, and I am gonna share with you these 12 colors. So I wanted to say these colors don't have names. However, if I was to name them or try my best to describe them, I feel like words that have to do with like coffee and stuff is what comes to mind. So I'm going to do my best to describe these colors for you guys, and I hope that you enjoy this collection. I definitely think that we're always looking for nudes because they are such a staple in anyone's collection. So first, I wanted to talk about the packaging. This packaging, I can tell you right now, is so luxurious. Like, this is probably one of the most beautiful packaging I've ever seen for a gel polish. I love the matte white bottles. I love the shape of the bottles, and I love the rose gold finishes. All of the writing on the bottles are like a rose gold, like foily or metallic finish. And then you have the rose gold cap and the color like swatch on the very top. So if you keep your gel polishes in a drawer or even on a shelf, like, you can see exactly what color is inside that bottle. So that's really nice. And then all of the numbers are on the bottom. So this first shade is number N01, and I would describe this one as like a light nude with almost like a hint of like a gray undertone. That's kind of like what I was getting from it. And this one is so nice. You can see in one coat how well that like coverage is, because that's one thing when searching for a nude gel polish. Sometimes these lighter colors can be hard to get good coverage. So you can tell like how nice that coverage is. Now the second color is number N02, and I would describe this one as kind of like a light tan. So a little bit darker than the first shade and more of a tan tone. And again, the coverage is really, really nice. And the way these apply, the viscosity, I would say, is not super, super runny. Like, it's not watery, but it's not really, really thick either. It's like the perfect like medium viscosity, and they kind of like self-level into place a little bit. So if you see any little streaks, just let it sit for a second and it kind of self-levels into itself. Now we have N03, and I would describe this one as like almost like a chestnut, like a warm tan, kind of nutty color, if that makes sense. So I swear, sometimes describing colors is like so difficult because everybody sees colors differently also. And keep in mind that Sometimes colors don't show up exactly how they look in person on like a computer or on your phone, so always keep that in mind when purchasing gel polish colors or anything that's like a specific color that you're looking for. So again, I feel like this one's more of like a hazelnut or like a chestnut color. It's a little bit darker than the last two. And I just love how well these cover in the two coats. Now we have N04, and this one to me is a light nude with some warmer tones. These look so beautiful in matte as well, and even though they do cure to a tack-free finish, I still prefer to use the Ultra Shine top coat with them. Now we have N05, and this one I would describe as a medium warm nude, and it almost has like the tiniest hint of, I would almost describe it as like a terracotta kind of a color, but just ever so slightly. Like it's not super orange like a terracotta, but it just has that just tiny little hint of it. Then we have N06, and this is gonna be a darker shade I would describe as like a warm chocolate or like a warm cocoa shade, almost a little bit of cinnamon or just like a warm chocolate. Then we have N07, and I would describe this one as more of a caramel color. I just love the amount of different shades they have in here. Obviously, there's probably even more shades in between these ones. I just love that you kind of have both those warm tones and cool tones, lighter shades and darker shades. Now we have N08, which is going to be the darkest of all of the colors. So this is going to be your dark cocoa. Now we have N09, which I would describe as like a vanilla tone with more of a yellow undertone. So this is going to be like your vanilla bean, very, very, very light, very fair nude. This one I would say was the one that definitely needed the two coats, but it still, after the two coats, has great coverage. N010, I would describe as another vanilla tone. However, this one has more of a pink undertone. I would describe this one as probably the one that matches my skin tone the best, and I'm very, very light. We have N011, which is a lighter pink nude. And the last one in the collection, number 12, I would call it a peachy, almost salmon colored nude. So here are all the colors in the entire collection. from number 1 to number 12. So you can see there's a great variety of shades in here. And I would love to know your guys' thoughts. Do you think this is a collection that you would purchase? Do you feel like you need more nudes in your collection to kind of fill some gaps? And I think this definitely helps me fill any gaps that I had in my collection for nudes. And I wanted to point out that I felt like they almost paired them up into threes. So for me, I feel like number 1 through 3 kind of all has this like a similar shade or similar tone, and then you have 4 through 6, which kind of all have that similar tone, and then 7 through 9, and then you have 10 through 12, which I think all have that similar shade range. So I kind of feel like they kind of grouped them in threes in a way to kind of give you kind of like a light, medium, and dark of the same tones. So I love this collection, and I think they did an amazing job with the pigmentation so that you get really nice coverage. And I also really like the consistency. It's not too runny and it's not too thick. So it's kind of that perfect medium viscosity. So again, I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments. Let me know. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.